this topic is something that is seemingly basic. I mean, everyone that goes to the gym does this technically, but a lot of people make mistakes, and it really keeps them from reaching their full potential, I guess. In terms of efficiency, if you're working out, you're going to want to be efficient. The less time for the most results is beneficial for you. So a few things I want to just say before I start is that beginners or people who are really out of shape should not jump right into a typical bodybuilding split. According to the OTP, which is the Optimal Training Program, beginners should follow phase 1 of resistance training, which is really just like a stabilization training. So if you're, I mean, this isn't even the general population. Most people are past this, but if you're actually really out of shape, extremely brittle, or extremely overweight, it's recommended that you do a lot of stabilization training. So that would be like a dumbbell press on a stability ball, or a lot of things that require balance to train your stabilization muscles and your core as well, just to get you ready for strength training. So this is really a video for people who are already lifters, semi-experienced, or in shape, and are having trouble with creating a split, or just finding some consistency that works for them. So the first rule I want to talk about is recovery. General rule for muscle recovery is 48 hours after weight training. So if you train chest on Monday, you should not train chest again until Wednesday. And notice I said at least, so this is not train Monday, train Wednesday, train Friday. Chest 3 days, every 48 hours. It's an at least, and depending on how hard you train, if you've overtrained, how long you've been doing this, you might need more or less depending on you. So 48 hours is kind of the bottom line there. This is also true for your complementary muscles. So if you're training chest, let's say on Monday, or it's push day, it's chest try day, you shouldn't hit triceps again on Tuesday. So it shouldn't be chest or a push day on Monday, and then Tuesday you're doing shoulders, arms, which includes triceps, because your front delts and your triceps are already going to be worn. So you should really keep that in mind. When you train chest, you're really training your triceps as well. Keep triceps off the slate for the next day, or at least 48 hours. The next thing you need to keep in mind when looking at your split is your goals. Now many people have different goals in weight training and bodybuilding, but you might be trying to build muscle right now, or you might be trying to cut fat right now. You might be bulking, cutting, who knows what you're doing, but really keep that in mind. If you're cutting or trying to lose fat, you could probably get away with training every body part once a week. That's fine. You know, you're doing chest once a week, legs once a week, back once a week, arms once a week, that's fine. But if you're trying to gain weight, you're trying to put on muscle mass, you're bulking, you're trying to get the most out of your training program while you're in a calorie surplus, it is recommended that you hit everything twice a week. So when looking at your split, you wouldn't want to make it, oh, you only can work out 3 days a week, push, pull legs. That's not really going to cut it for you if you're bulking. You're going to end up taking that calorie surplus and probably gaining a lot of weight, but that weight will be fat, it won't be as much muscle, you won't be reaching your optimum potential there. Yeah, so knowing your goals is definitely important. It's an important factor in creating a split that is tailored to you specifically. The next thing you need to factor into your program is time, and what I mean by that is how busy you are, how many days a week you are willing to train, and how many days a week you would actually see yourself in the gym. So not what you're planning, like how many days you're actually going to go to the gym. For some that's easier than others. For some it's 6 days a week, 7 days a week, no problem. For some it's 3 or 4. So if you're in the gym less days, what that's going to require is higher volume and more body parts at a time. If it's push-pull legs 3 days a week, that's it. It's not going to be enough to get your desired results. What I'd recommend you do for that is you include more body parts and higher volume. Like I said, it's going to take more time, but it will be worth it. So maybe if you're doing a 3-day-a-week program, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this is something I've seen that works with people I train that are trying to put on muscle mass. Monday could be a chest back day, all right, and you do abs every time you train if you're only training 3 times a week. So it'd be chest back on Monday. Wednesday could be shoulders and legs and arms. So shoulders, legs, arms. And then when you get back to Friday, you could do back, chest. And why I put the word back first is because it could be a back focused day. So the first thing you do, you might do 12 to 15 sets of back, let's say 15 sets of back, and then 9 for chest. But you're starting off with your heavy compound back movements first. And what that's going to do is just, it's going to allow you to hit body parts twice a week, even though you're doing only 3 days of training. It's going to take more time, it's going to be harder, but because you're sacrificing how many days you're going to be in the gym, you're going to have to add some effort there. Because if you're going 5 or 6 times a week, you can get out of the gym in 45 minutes. Something else to keep in mind is complementary muscle groups and the idea of pre-exhaustion. Now, pre-exhaustion is the idea that when you train, the example is chest right now, when you're training chest, your triceps, which are the complementary muscle, are being pre-exhausted. So if you do 15 to 18 to 21, whatever your workout consists of, if you're doing sets of chest, which is mostly compound movements, your push-ups, your bench press, your dumbbell press, whatever you're doing, that's going to pre-exhaust your triceps. So when you get to training triceps, you are going to reach hypertrophy faster than if you hadn't trained chest before. And what that's going to mean is that you only have to do 6 to 9 sets of triceps or tricep movements that isolate triceps to reach exhaustion. So if you keep that in mind, it's going to be more efficient, really, if you're trying to factor that into your training. An arm day, if you just start off training triceps, you might need to hit them a lot more than if you did chest before. So if muscle groups like that go together, it's your back bi, your chest tri, your legs and abs, because your legs are really doing your core, shoulders back sometimes too, something like that, because that's mostly your shoulders and back are basically all tied together, your deltoids and your traps. If you keep that in mind, it's just going to be a lot more efficient and save a lot of time for you. So it'll easily help to make a split that fits your lifestyle. And using these ideas, I have a split currently that is as follows. This is what I do here. I have a 4-day split. All right, the first day I do chest tris, second day I do back bis, third day I do legs, fourth day I do shoulders, fifth day I rest. And I do abs rotating every other day no matter what day it falls on. So I'll do abs on a rest day if that's the case. So I'm operating on a 4-day split. How this works for me is because I have my recovery taken care of. I do chest tris, back bis, legs, shoulders, so it's at least 48 hours till I even get close to training another body part or complementary body part. After shoulders, I like to rest because shoulders are a big muscle group that really is tied into your back and chest. So I don't like doing chest or back after shoulders. And really just the point of this, guys, is that you want to be at your peak when you go to train. So if you're training legs, you don't want to have sore legs from the day before. If you allow your body to fully heal, what that's going to do is allow you to train at your strongest, and when you're at your strongest, that's when you can build the most muscle or get the most out of your workout. Alright, so keep that in mind. Hopefully that helps somebody out. First video, muscle in mind.